Hello everyone. Welcome back to our advanced English lesson.
Hi there. I'm excited for today's topic. We're diving into some heavy concepts, right?
Absolutely, Jake. We're going to explore philosophy and some abstract concepts.
Sounds great. Philosophy can be quite fascinating. Where do we start?
Let's start with two foundational concepts: epistemology and ontology.
Epistemology. That's the study of knowledge, right?
Correct. It explores how we know what we know. What about ontology?
Ontology is about the nature of being, if I remember correctly?
Exactly. It investigates what exists and the categories of being. Quite complex.
It is complex. So how does this relate to the other vocabulary words we're covering?
Great question. Understanding these concepts can shape your perspective. The next word is empirical.
Empirical. Like based on observations or experiences.
Yes, it's grounded in real evidence rather than theory alone. Very prominent in epistemology.
Got it. And subjective. That's about personal perspectives, right?
Exactly. Subjective experiences shape our understanding of reality.
And then, paradigm. That usually refers to a framework or model, yes.
Right again. Paradigms influence how we interpret knowledge.
This is so intriguing. I can't wait to dive deeper.
Let's explore these concepts through a dialogue.
Sure, I'm all ears.
So, Jake, how would you define epistemology?
I think epistemology is kinda like how we know things and what counts as knowledge.
That's a good start. It's important to consider the sources of knowledge.
Right. Like personal experience or scientific evidence?
Exactly. The empirical approach in epistemology emphasizes evidence.
So, would you say my understanding of epistemology is clear?
Yes, but remember to say, my understanding of epistemology is clear. You missed the
Got it. What about ontology then? How do personal beliefs fit into that?
Great question. Ontology is subjective. It often involves personal beliefs about existence.
So, you're saying that two people can have different ontologies?
Absolutely. That's the beauty of it. It's diverse and complex.
And how does empirical play into understanding both of these?
Empirical evidence helps ground philosophical discussions in reality.
But subjective interpretations can also lead to different conclusions, right?
Correct. That's where paradigms come into play.
Wow, so paradigms shape how we interpret knowledge and existence.
Yes. Different paradigms can influence our worldview significantly.
This is deep. I love how interconnected these concepts are.
It is fascinating. Now let's explore how these ideas can be articulated.
Sure. Can we see some example sentences?
Of course. Here's one. Epistemology examines the nature of knowledge, questioning what we can truly know.
That makes sense. It really highlights the inquiry aspect.
Exactly. Another example is, ontology explores categories of being and their relationships.
Interesting. And I suppose empirical would fit in here like empirical data provides a basis for scientific understanding.
Yes. Perfect sentence. It illustrates the importance of real-world evidence.
And subjective could be, my subjective experience of the world shapes my beliefs?
Exactly. Well done. Finally, we can say, a paradigm shift can change the way we view philosophical concepts.
All of this is interconnected, isn't it? I really appreciate your explanations.
I'm glad you find it helpful. Now, let's solidify this vocabulary.
Okay, how do we go about that?
First, let's look at the word epistemology. For example, the study of epistemology delves into the limits of human knowledge.
That's a good one. Another might be, many philosophers engage deeply in epistemology to understand belief systems.
Absolutely. And you might also say, understanding epistemology can enhance critical thinking skills.
Nice. Next is ontology, right? Ontology addresses fundamental questions about existence and reality.
Yes. And you could say, Different ontological perspectives can lead to diverse philosophical debates.
And students of philosophy often explore their own ontology throughout their studies.
Great examples. Now, for empirical, you could say, empirical research relies on observable and measurable evidence.
Or, empirical findings challenge long-held beliefs and assumptions.
Yes. And, to accept empirical evidence is crucial for a scientific approach.
Alright, how about subjective? Subjective opinions can vary widely among individuals.
Excellent. Another could be, the subjective nature of art makes it a rich field for discussion.
And subjective experiences can often lead to philosophical insights.
Yes. Finally, for paradigm, a paradigm defines the lens through which we view reality.
And shifting paradigms can provoke significant societal change.
Fantastic. You could also say, many scientific breakthroughs result from changing paradigms.
This vocabulary is so useful. How can we review?
Let's go with some practice questions. Ready?
Definitely. Hit me with the first question.
1. What does epistemology study?
It studies knowledge and how we acquire it.
2. Can ontology differ between individuals? Why?
Yes, because people have different beliefs about existence.
3. Why is empirical evidence important in philosophy?
It provides a real-world basis for arguments and understanding.
4. How would you describe something subjective?
It relates to personal perspectives and opinions.
5. What happens when there's a paradigm shift?
It changes the way people understand and interpret various concepts.
Great job, Jake. You've grasped the material well.
Thanks. I'm looking forward to applying this knowledge.
Before we wrap up, let's preview our next lesson. We'll explore ethics and moral philosophy.
Sounds intriguing. More abstract concepts to ponder.
Absolutely. Thank you for joining us, and see you next time.
See you then. Take care.